The Red Wings will be represented at the Olympics this year as Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, and Moritz Seider are all representing their countries. Team Sweden's already debuted, but Larkin and Seider will both hit the ice today for US and Germany. These three players are the core of the Detroit Red Wings, and we'll see if one of them can bring home the gold this year. This is your 7-Minute Wings. Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. Please click like. If you haven't yet, please click subscribe and share this out. Head over to hockeyhotstove.com. I write the Red Wings column and the Olympic coverage has begun. So the Olympic race for gold, Team Canada, Team USA, and Team Sweden are typically in that conversation for gold. Last year at the Four Nations, we saw the US and Canada in the finals, and 14 million people tuned in to watch that. It set a record. If the US and Canada are in the gold medal game this year, that could set another record. We'll have to see. You have to expect that one or two of Larkin, Raymond, and Seider will be bringing home some color of hardware. Larkin, Raymond, and Seider are at the core of Detroit's rebuild as they try to work back toward being a Stanley Cup contender. Larkin, Detroit's longest tenured veteran at this point, was selected 15th overall in 2014. In his career, he has 627 points in 792 games, 268 goals, 359 assists. He's just 4 goals away from his 5th straight 30-goal season, and he's on pace to set a career high of 37 goals. Larkin is the last remaining Red Wing from the opening night roster in 2019, Steve Yzerman's first year as GM. He's been Detroit's stability in a complete organizational teardown and rebuild. Larkin made his debut at 19 at the insistence of Henrik Zetterberg. It was rumored that at that second camp for Larkin, the Wings were still looking at sending him down to the AHL. But Zetterberg insisted that the team was better off with Dylan Larkin on there, and he got to skate on a line with Zetterberg in his rookie year. Since then, Larkin's taken the reins as a leader. He's wearing the C for his hometown heroes as he grew up in Waterford, Michigan. Being on Team USA means the world to Dylan Larkin. He takes enormous pride in having made this team, and for him it's an opportunity to take the ice with an all-star selection. And he gets to be essentially a third-line center on a team that's pushing hard to bring home the gold. Lucas Raymond's already made his debut for Sweden. He played 15-25 and registered 3 shots on net as the Swedes beat Italy 5-2 in the opening games. He had an even rating, no goals, no assists. Raymond was selected 4th overall in 2020. That was Detroit's highest draft pick since 1990, when Keith Primo was selected at 3rd overall. It took 30 years for the Red Wings to get back into the top 5 selections. Detroit had actually finished last the season before, but their infamous lottery luck pushed them back 3 spaces. Of the first-round picks, Raymond is second in scoring with 314 points, 117 goals, in 376 games, behind Tim Stützle, who was selected at 3rd. He has 387 points, 143 goals in 424 games. Raymond has outperformed first overall pick from that year, Alexis Lafreniere, scoring 13 more goals and 76 more assists, 89 points, and having played 61 fewer games. Raymond has been a huge part of Detroit's success this season and leads the team with 60 points in 56 games with 19 goals. He's on pace for a career-high 86 points and on pace to tie his second highest goal total of 27. He's been given an A and leads by example on the ice. Like Dylan Larkin, Raymond made his NHL debut at just 19 years old, and he's never looked back. And finally, Moritz Seider will be suiting up for Germany. Seider's been Detroit's best defenseman since he made his rookie debut in 2021. He kicked off the Yzerman era with a gasp, as the GM shocked the hockey world, taking him at 6th overall. No one that I knew had Moritz Seider picked, but his selection's been a critical part of the rebuild. Seider spent his first year after the draft playing for the Griffins. He could easily have made the jump and been another player to debut at 19, but uncertainty due to the league's shutdown saw Seider playing over in Europe. He opted to head over to the SHL, where he turned heads, eventually being named as the elite prospect by EliteProspects.com, as well as winning the SHL Defenseman of the Year at just 19, along with the most assists by a junior defenseman with 21 and the most points by a junior defenseman at 28. And along with that, at the IIHF World Champions, he was voted Best Defenseman. He made his debut in Detroit the following season, scoring 50 points in 82 games, and in his 5th year, he's been Detroit's Iron Man, never yet missing a game. Seider's averaging a career-high 25-40 per night, and so far this season has 7 goals and 31 assists. He's on pace for 10 goals and 44 assists, 54 points, which would eclipse his career-high in points of 50, which he achieved his rookie year, and his career high in goals of 9, which he hit in 2024. These 3 players are the leadership core for Detroit. Seider and Raymond both signed extensions after their ELC, Seider for 7 years and Raymond for 8. Each of their best years is still ahead of them. Each of them earned a spot playing for their countries, and they're excited for the opportunity. The US and Sweden get a lot of mention as teams that will contend to bring home a gold medal. Germany's going to put up a fight and battle hard to be in that conversation. So in the end, let me know who you think will be bringing home a medal. I feel like the US and Sweden should definitely be in the Final Four, but this year's Olympic ice is already changing the game. It's the smallest sheet in Olympic history on the international stage, and the games are going to be fast and intense. I'll follow up tomorrow with the results after the US and Germany make their Olympic debuts today. This was your 7-Minute Wings.